Welcome to the Daily Uplift Official for encouragement you can count on. If you're new here, welcome. If you're part of this growing community, thank you for coming back. Today we're talking about something that has become increasingly difficult in our modern world: protecting your peace in a culture of constant outrage. Everywhere you look, someone is angry. Turn on the news, someone is angry. Open social media and someone is offended. Read the comment sections and you'll find arguments, accusations, and outrage over things that most people won't even remember a week from now. We're living in a time when people are rewarded for reacting, but rarely rewarded for reflecting. And if you're not careful, you'll become emotionally exhausted fighting battles that were never yours to fight. Today, I want to encourage you to protect your peace without disconnecting from reality. Stand firm without becoming bitter, and learn how to maintain your emotional balance in a world that profits from your outrage. Let's get into it. One of the first things we must understand is that outrage sells. It gets clicks, it gets views, it gets attention. The more emotional a headline is, the more likely people are engaged with it. Many platforms are designed to keep you emotionally activated because emotional people stay online longer. Fear spreads faster than facts. Anger spreads faster than understanding. Conflicts spreads faster than peace. The result is that many people are carrying emotional burdens they never intended to carry. They're angry about things they can't control, worried about things they can't change, and emotionally drained by situations that don't directly affect their lives. Protecting your peace starts with recognizing that not every issue deserves equal access to your mind. One of the greatest forms of maturity is learning that you don't have to respond to everything. Let me say that one more time. One of the greatest forms of maturity is learning that you don't have to respond to everything. You don't have to win every argument. You don't have to correct every person. You don't have to defend yourself against every criticism. You don't have to prove your worth to every doubter. Many people are losing their peace because they feel obligated to react to everything, every comment, every opinion, every disagreement, every misunderstanding. But wisdom teaches us something different. Sometimes silence is strength. Sometimes walking away is strength. Sometimes refusing to engage is strength. Not because you're weak, because your peace is more valuable than temporary satisfaction of winning an argument. Imagine leaving your front door open all day. Anyone could walk in. Anyone could bring whatever they wanted into your house. Most people would never do that with their homes, yet they do it every day with their minds. They allow every opinion, every controversy, every negative voice, and every toxic influence unrestricted access to their thoughts. Your mind is valuable real estate. You must be selective about what you allow inside. Ask yourself, what am I watching every day? What am I listening to every day? Who am I giving access to my emotions? What voices have the loudest influence in my life? Because whatever repeatedly enters your mind eventually shapes your perspective. Protecting your peace requires protecting your mental environment. Some people think peace means pretending problems don't exist. That's not peace. That's denial. Real peace means acknowledging reality without allowing reality to control your emotional state. One more time. Real peace means acknowledging reality without allowing reality to control your emotional state. Peace isn't the absence of problems. Peace is stability in the presence of problems. The strongest people aren't people with no challenges. They're people who refuse to let challenges become their identity. Anyone can remain calm when everything is perfect, but true character is revealed when life becomes difficult. Can you remain steady then? Can you remain kind then? Can you remain hopeful then? That's real peace. One of the greatest peace thrives is worrying about tomorrow. Many people are suffering twice. Let me go back to that last sentence I just said. One of the greatest peace thieves is worrying about tomorrow. Many people are suffering twice. They're suffering from today's problems and tomorrow's imagined problems. They spend so much time anticipating disaster that they never experience the blessing of the present moment. The truth is that most of the things we worry about never happen. And when difficult situations do happen, we usually discover we're stronger than we thought. Protect your peace by focusing on what you can do today, not next month, not next year, today. Handle today's responsibilities. Trust tomorrow to take care of itself. Many compassionate people struggle because they try to carry everyone's burdens. They want to help everybody, fix everybody, rescue everybody, but eventually they become exhausted. You were never designed to carry the weight of the entire world. You can care without carrying. You can love without losing yourself. You can help without sacrificing your own well being. Healthy boundaries are not selfish, they're necessary. People who never establish boundaries often end up resentful, overwhelmed, and emotionally depleted. Protecting your peace means knowing where your responsibility ends and someone else's begins. Our culture celebrates busyness. People brag about being overwhelmed. Being exhausted has become almost become a status symbol. But being busy isn't always the same as being productive, and being productive isn't always the same as being purposeful. Some people are running faster and faster, but have no idea where they're going. Peace comes when your life aligns with your purpose, when you stop trying to keep up with everybody else, when you stop comparing your journey to theirs, when you stop chasing things that were never meant for you. Peace often arrives when compassion leaves. Emotional discipline is becoming increasingly rare. Most people react immediately. They speak before thinking, post before reflecting, judge before understanding. But emotional discipline, people operate differently. They pause, they think, they evaluate. They choose their responses instead of surrendering to their reactions. The difference between a peaceful life and a chaotic life often comes down to emotional discipline. Your feelings are real, but they're not always reliable. Feelings make excellent indicators. They make poor leaders. Don't allow temporary emotions to make permanent decisions. Be the calm person in the room. Every family needs one, every workplace needs one, every friendship group needs one. Someone who remains steady when everyone else is panicking. Someone who thinks clearly when emotions are running high. Someone who brings solutions instead of adding confusion. That person can be you. The world doesn't need more outrage. The world needs more wisdom, more patience, more understandings, more calm leadership. But the person, or be the person who lowers the emotional temperature instead of raising it. Your peace is your responsibility. At some point, we must stop expecting the world to become peaceful before we become peaceful. The world has always had problems. There has always been conflict. There's always been uncertainty. Yet throughout history, people have found peace, not because circumstances became perfect, because they learn how to govern themselves. Your peace is not determined by politics, not determined by headlines, not determined by social media, not determined by public opinion. Your peace is largely determined by what you choose to focus on, believe, and carry. And that's good news because it means your peace is not completely dependent on external circumstances. You have more control than you think. As we close today, remember this: not every battle deserves your attention. Not every argument deserves your response. Not every outrage deserves your emotional energy. Protect your peace, guard your mind, set healthy boundaries, focus on what you can control, and become the calm, steady person this world desperately needs. The culture may celebrate outrage, but peace will always have But peace will always be more powerful because peaceful people think clearly. Peaceful people lead effectively. Peaceful people endure challenges that overwhelm others. And peaceful people discover something many never find: strength without chaos, confidence without arrogance, and purpose without confusion. Thank you for spending this time with me today. If this message encouraged you, helped you, or challenged you to think differently, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who may need this encouragement. And remember, this is the Daily Uplift Official for encouragement you can count on. Until next time, protect your peace, guard your purpose, and keep moving forward. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next video.